Hi, everybody. This is Connie Whitlock, and I'm with PHMOmag, and I'm here to give you the recap for the October 13th council meeting. So let's get to it. So first up is the hazardous waste. We actually updated our contract with Mid-America Regional Council Household Hazardous Waste Program for 2026. They run in a calendar year. We run in a fiscal year, so we passed it a little early just to get ready for the contract. Pleasant Hill will pay $10,104.96 to participate, a fee based on $1.14 per resident based on the census, I believe in 2024, or it's the last census. I don't remember a census being held in 2024, but maybe there's information out there I just don't have yet. I thought it was like last one was like 22 or 20, but I can't remember. But anyway, based on the last census, it's $1.14 per person. Then they passed a design and construction manual to be added to the UDC, which was just passed a few weeks ago. So it's the planning and zoning code that they overhauled. And we have an article about that on PHMOmag if you'd like to go and read that. Let's see. Staff noted that Pleasant Hill already follows APWA standards, but this document adds the local details developers have been asking for. So, when you're building a building, you want to know what all the codes are, what all the specifics are. Like I said, we have Henry here, so he just loves the news. Okay, so Cass County Fair recap. Basically, Nici Wilson, the interim city administrator, gave a recap on how we did for the fair. So we made a little bit of money. Let me read this for you. It was a scorcher this July, but the heat didn't keep people away. Over 15,000 visitors attended throughout Fair Week, and city staff reported that this year's fair ended in the black, with revenues of $273,982 and expenses of $268 or $68,335, leaving a positive balance of $5,650. That's after paying off the first installment on the new fairground bleachers. So we bought new bleachers. I think they cost, between $300,000 to $500,000. What we kind of calculated when it all happened is how much it's going to cost if we spend like 5 years spending off the loan, and it was high. It was between $500,000 and $600,000 for the bleachers, but I don't think that's what the original cost was. You know how it is when you buy a car or a house; it costs actually a lot more if you get a loan. So, Henry, stop. Okay, so can you sit down? So let's see. There was a little bit more. They spent a lot of time on the fair. Let's see what else they've got. More than 200 volunteers logged over 3,000 hours helping with setup, parking, and cleanup. Among them were students from Ray Peck Lead Center, that's capital LEAD, all in capitals, who spent weeks improving the fairgrounds. We were super blessed by the Ray Peck Lead Center, Wilson said. It was just really fulfilling to see these kids apply what they've been learning in the classroom to real world projects around the fairgrounds. The city also recognized Pleasant Hill High School football team, whose coach Justin Hamilton encourages his players to serve the community. Local businesses also stepped up. Midwest Lumber donated over $10,000 in materials. And companies like Herc, Murphy Tractor, KC Bobcat, Waste and Away, Griggs Brothers Construction provided equipment, support, and in-kind services. Wilson estimated those contributions saved the fair more than $50,000 in costs. So thank you, sponsors. Entertainment, marketing, and community reach. Attendance was strong across nearly every event. The rodeo drew over 3,500 visitors. The demolition derby packed in more than 3,200. And the tractor pull and motocross each brought hundreds more. The Carnival Midway reported 4,525 admissions. So we did well. Even with temperatures pushing into the 90s, evening events stayed full. The crowds were incredible, Wilson said. We had record numbers for several nights despite the heat. So marketing played a big role. The city partnered with Steel City Media, producing hundreds of radio spots and digital ads across KFKF and Q104, reaching more than 1.1 million impressions. So next up, honoring service, Susan Mills Gray named Grand Marshal. Wilson told the council that Mills Gray's decades of work with the University of Missouri Extension and her lifelong support of 4-H and family nutrition programs made her the perfect choice. So she was the Grand Marshal. And we have a whole article on her on PHMOmag if you'd like to go and look that up. So that's basically all we got for the meeting on October 13th. I don't have much more. I know we're working on some articles. There is a group out there that's wanting to do an audit, has called the Attorney General in Missouri, the state of Missouri, and they're getting signatures for an audit. The mayor basically said that we already did this. They already did their audit. That's what the CPA was a couple weeks ago. That's what he did. So they're just going to find ways to do things more efficient. So the other side says, no, we want a deeper dive into policies and transparency. So we'll see how that all works. I will put out an article and you'll kind of see the whys and the why nots. So October 31st is Safe Trick or Treat, and don't miss out on October 25th for Brewfest and things to do on PHMOmag. You'll find everything there is to do in Pleasant Hill. If you have things to do in Pleasant Hill, go to PHMOmag and go to things to do, and you can sign up there. You can submit for free, really easy, no sign in, nothing. You can go ahead and add your event. So this is Connie Whitlock with PHMOmag, and I hope you have an awesome day.